What's going on, guys? Welcome back.
Bow, bow, bow.
GreenBoxTalk, we back again, live.
Bah, 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 bah.
You see me? Yo, I just want to send a big shout out to Gatorade because Gatorade saved my life after a long, long, long
We're looking for
night
sponsors now.
last night. Listen, the only sponsors I want is like a sugar mama. So if you're not that kind of sponsor,
I ain't looking for some no sugar. I'm looking for some sugar walls, baby.
so we're gonna be doing a future episode, special edition. My son's mom said that she wants to be involved with the team. She wants to talk about co-parenting and relationships between parents that are not together. So I thought that was a really dope idea. So I told her I'm game.
I have no involvement in that because
Um,
I have
but
no experience.
I think you should still be there because it's gonna be hilarious. So definitely look out for that. Shout out to Ava. Ava, we're gonna get that popping.
Y'all friends?
Does she have friends? Yeah, she got a few friends, but
You're not trying to do that. That's the most awkward question in the world.
yeah, she has friends, obviously.
Does
But
your
like,
baby mama have homies I can?
yo, you know what? Like, I was actually when she approached me with the idea, I at first was like super gun ho, but I was like, yo, yes. But then I was like, fuck. Bare people are gonna find out how sweet Jaden's mom is. I don't know if I'm ready for that to like present her to the world. Like that's crazy. And then I was thinking further. I was like, man, like back in the day, like I don't know about other fathers, but like I know at least at first, after she had Jaden, I was like, I don't want you sleeping with no other guy. I don't care if we're not together. You know what I'm saying? But I quickly got over that. I quickly got over that because I'm like, okay, like I'm all here kicking down doors, so I can't be mad at the girl that she wants to look a peen, like you know what I mean, like whatever. I just don't want to run into the nigga and then he acting like he has one over me or whatever. That's my only thing, cause I'll
Then
just
that's
slap the
when you
shit
go
out of him.
fuck her.
No, like okay, it's gonna sound bad, but like I feel like in the game of life, like in the grand scheme, like we had our first child together, me and her. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I have a like there's a chip on my shoulder, bro. Any man can come after me, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
No, I'm saying if the guy gets fresh, say a guy's dating your baby mom, and he
Mm,
gets fresh with you,
mm.
go fuck your baby mom.
But you know, we don't even get down like that.
But just do it anyway.
I think it's crazy that
Just
people.
because he's disrespecting.
I just think it's crazy that people like, and it's normally women like off the rip. They just believe that like, oh well, you know, like niggas still sleep with their baby moms, or that their baby mothers are still interested in the man. I'm not. That shit does happen, but
But it
like
doesn't happen as much often as
that
people
people think
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
yo, this is how I think that people should look at it. It's like if that attraction was still there and still prevalent,
Wouldn't
we
y'all
would
be
still.
together? I mean, yeah. But then again,
You know what I'm saying?
you have
So it's
cases.
like,
Well, you have cases too where nobody knows how life's gonna fucking end up. Somebody was
of
telling
course.
me he married a woman, and basically he married the woman after they both made a promise back in the day they were dating from when he was in high school.
Yeah, like
He
oh, when
was
we're
like,
30 type of thing. We
oh
get
yeah, yeah,
hitched.
yeah. And if we're 30 or 40 and we're still single or whatever, let's just fucking get married. And then turns out they were both single one time, and they were just like, hey, let's do it. And then
Did
they're
it work
together.
out?
They're still together.
Wow. See,
They've been together how long? They've been together a minute. Like, oh, you married her, had a kid with her, still with her.
that's life. Yeah. See what I'm saying? I'm more focused on like everything that's on my plate more so than like looking for a partner. If it happens, it happens. It's always kind of been like that for me though. Like I don't like
That's the
go.
best way to do it.
I feel like
You
I
should
feel
never
like
look
no, like that you're not gonna find what you're looking for,
when you're out there actively look. Yeah, it just
right?
falls into it.
Yeah. So you have to
Yeah,
just
bro.
kind of let things happen. I at times grow impatient, right? But I'm just like, at the end of the day, what would I prefer? Something that's meaningful and that like is supposed to be meant to be and grows and develops organically and naturally versus like constantly putting yourself out there
And
and
constantly
dating.
getting.
Yeah, and then it's just not working out, right? And sometimes it's of no fault of either party. It's just that's just how shit goes. So I'm just
No
like,
reason to be upset about
yeah,
it. I
just
mean,
move on.
some situations can be like can rub you the wrong way. Yeah,
Yeah, it happened to me
especially
recently.
especially if you get like
Kind of tight, but
yeah, but
I can't. You can't let it make you salty. You know what I mean?
especially since like not everyone knows how to respond to sincerity. Shout out to P and D.
I think not only that, I think that a lot of people are scared to have
have a tough conversation with my DMs full of other niggas or other bitches. Instead of working on this, I can just go
somewhere else and start fresh, right? Yo, for a point in time, that was my attitude, but then I realized, like, I lost too many good girls because of pride, because of selfishness, because of many different things, and I think as especially as men, like as you mature, you come to realize, say, yo, some of the situations that you let off in the wind, you should have never let off in the wind because some of those girls have your complete best interest at heart. And I know, especially for me, it's hard for me to believe a lot of times, like when someone says, without any action to prove it, someone could tell me to their blue in the face, like, yo, like I'm riding till the wheels fall off. But you seldom come to those points in your life where like the wheels do fall off. You know what I mean? And for me,
well, yo, that comes with a hood nigga background.
It's just really hard for me to put the bulk of my trust into another person because
we grew up. It's just the way we grew up.
I just like things a particular way. I'm like if it and because I know my temperament is so lax, I don't expect everyone to like totally fuck with that. Some people are like on the ball constantly all the time, and that's cool.
Right.
But for a lot of streams in my life, I'm just like, yo, I'm a man of God. What's supposed to be mine will be mine. So as long as I have a positive outlook and I'm moving in the right direction that I think I'm supposed to be going on, God will correct you where He needs to correct you. But overall, I think as long as you're moving positively, you have a good outlook, and you remain optimistic, you're gonna get to where you need to get to. It might just take longer than expected, but you're gonna reach. You know, and like focusing on that type of path and doing your own thing, I think that's when the right people come your way, because not only are you going to be bumping shoulders with people that are into similar interests, but if you're ambitious and you're outgoing, you're going to find like-minded people, so on and so forth, versus just going for what catches your eye. You don't know what they're into. You just know that they look good, right?
Lust can blind you from a lot of different things.
So it's like
you're really deep in lust with somebody, you don't even
you're gonna ignore all the not even say ignore, you don't see the red flags. Yeah, you just don't see the red flags.
There should be an alarm going off.
So man, but definitely on the topic of discussions, I think it's so important to have the tough discussions, because if you care about somebody, right, regardless if you want to continue the relationship or not or whatever, I still think it's important to have tough conversations, because out of those conversations and the self-reflection and introspection comes growth, right? Even if the conversation doesn't go your way, it might be hours, days, weeks later that you look back and you're like, man, like somewhere along the lines here, I had a role to play in this. So I think taking accountability is also important, not always just like pointing the finger like, oh, well, we wouldn't be here.
It depends. I say it depends on what caliber of woman you're dealing with. If you get involved with a woman, or ladies, you get involved with a man, and you come to find out that they're lacking of character, I think that's when you can make the decision to not engage in any type of conversation. Cause it's
okay, but let's be real, like especially the dudes, like guys are really good chameleons, and they're really, really good at like being the nigga that they want, that shorty wants. And then they slowly...
Women are too.
For sure. But I think men are better at that because...
Better?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Women can get married and be happy with their husband. And they can also be happy having that extra guy.
Yeah, for sure.
On the side.
Niggas do the same shit. So, it's like...
But with women, we're bred to believe they're angels. This is just the...
That's a naive person. That is not I.
I'm just saying.
Nah, if you're out here thinking that like everything that you meet is like an angel, you're chopped.
A lot of guys, they're angels, baby, they're angels.
Yo,
shout out to my album dropping soon.
So, Wilson was just saying that he don't have nobody in his crew that is super naive. And why is that?
Especially naive about women, because the type of niggas get you robbed. Like, some niggas, you roll up on something, and he'll be the goofy nigga in the crew, like, hey guys, I just came up on this sick business opportunity. These guys are offering us, they're saying we can make $500 if we give them our bank account.
You know what I mean? Like,
for something. I heard something like this back when I was young, And I was like, yo, that's so fucking savage, but it makes sense. It's like, yo, you never know what's somebody's karma is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can see somebody dealing with like a fucked up, or you don't know what that
What
person.
they did to get end up there.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
Or
don't know
why it's happening to them. You don't know.
So it's like,
And you know what? That's kind of scary because sometimes, like, I'm the type of person, I'm going to try and help. If I can help, I'm going to help. But sometimes you extending that help is drawing you into that shitstorm as well. You know what I mean? 'Cause
that's happened to me.
That's energy that's now transferring to you. You're seeing a bad situation. You're like, man, like,
And you get ran over in the process.
you're like, I can't leave you like this. And then it ends up, negative things start happening to you and you don't know why.
But yo, if you see somebody going through some bullshit and they're down on their luck, pray for them. That's probably the best thing you can do. Because you gotta think about you. As fucked up as it sounds, you do have to think about yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you go around extending
help to everybody, who's going to be there to help you?
No one. And at the same time, how are you ever going to get on your feet? You got to get somewhere first before you start trying
help.
to. Then, start helping, and then whatever happens, happens.
You know what, too? I think the same thing applies in relationships. Like, you can't be trying to save somebody that really doesn't want to change or doesn't want to be saved. This more so appeals to the men. Like, you guys, and I'm guilty of it too, but like, you have to give yourself time and space
before you jump back into something.
Trust me, even just getting back into the game.
You know what?
Because dating is exhausting. A lot of these things have nothing to fucking offer, but their standards are yay high. So
you're speaking the truth.
So you really like, and if you know what you bring forth to the table, then you gotta like stand firm in that. Don't settle, and don't let these things bully you or push you around and make you feel like, say, you have to spend your whole check just to, you know what I mean?
No, listen.
Entertain them or guess a little time.
Listen, this is gonna go deep because this goes back to what you were saying earlier about even looking for a relationship in the first place. I think when you go out with the mindset like you're searching for someone, you're just trying to fill a void.
But you're looking for the wrong things already.
Yeah.
And sorry, I just want to put a pin in what you're saying. I think that's a lot of where the men are trash argument comes from, is because these girls want a certain kind of lifestyle. I want a man with a good job. I want a man with a car. I want a man with his own place. Yo, all of these things come with things attached to them. If he has a lot of money, he probably doesn't have a lot of time.
And he probably has a lot of women.
You know what I mean? So what's going to set you, and not to say that you're not special, but what sets you apart? And you have to figure that out for yourself, right? And not to say only play on that to the man, but you have to be secure within yourself and know what you bring to the table, and that will equally attract.
It's more about self-discovery and self-love. Relationships are more about yourself than the other person.
Oh, 150%. Because you're learning things about yourself because of this person, being around this person, being with this person. Yeah.
And you have to be secure and love yourself before you can even give anything of value to that other person. Okay, let's take a guy, for example, who doesn't feel complete. Every man knows what it feels like when your bank account's not there, or you don't have your own house. Society makes you feel like no one really talks about this because you can't be a bitch, right? Everybody tells you like there's no sympathy for a nigga who ain't got his shit together
at all.
There's like
you're supposed to have it.
You can cry by yourself, but no one's there. Like no one's gonna be there to like rub your back and be like, you gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
you gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Like, so like if you don't have that shit, you don't feel secure in yourself. Okay, you're out here. You don't have nothing off. Like the last thing that should be on your mind is a piece of ass. To be honest with you, like. Yeah, like, and then I think guys will come to find that when they're on, they're pursuing the life they want to live, and they're finding
things will come.
They come.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's what they're drawn to.
Yeah.
They're drawn to guys who are figuring this. Either you don't even have to have it, you just have to
be building and working.
As long as they see that, I think some women want a pre-made man. Some, and then you're dealing with a different type of woman. A lot of them are gold diggers. Not all of them. I don't want to say gold digger because at the end of the day, women are biologically, it's their biological imperative to find a mate who can provide. That's just nature. We're success objects, they're sex objects. We can't really, and they can't get mad that we want beautiful women. It's just,
what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
They try
that's
to
why
get.
I'm working so hard to get to where I want to get, so that I can also have that success and be like, from my spoils, I also have this beautiful person that wants to build with me as well. Yeah,
That's what we want,
yeah,
and they want someone who's
gonna provide.
got it.
Yeah,
That's just nature. You gotta get on your shit, and a lot of niggas are hustling backwards. They're trying to get women to like them when they're not likable.
mm-hmm.
Like you gotta like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta look in the mirror and be honest and be like, yo, am I where I want to be? Is this? I do that every day. I'm not where I want to be yet.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. Like there's a lot
Yeah,
more.
me neither, but definitely on the right
But I'm
path.
on the right path.
Yeah.
That's why women respect me at the end of the day. And plus, you can't put up with bullshit because sometimes people will see where you're at in life and feel like they can treat you a certain way.
Yeah.
You gotta stand up on your own too and be
But
like.
also, a lot of people will want to come around you when they see that you've laid the foundation for whatever it is that you're going to be. Because sometimes you can't see your own potential, right? Other people can see the greater potential because they're on the outside looking in while your head is down,
Yeah.
doing the work.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I found that sometimes people will try to not necessarily leech on, but attach themselves to you, knowing that you're pushing forward in the hopes that when you get to that next pinnacle,
Yeah.
you're bringing them with, like, inadvertently, you're bringing them with you. So
that's the whole social game to me in a nutshell.
but you know what? Like, I just fuck with people that I want to fuck with. Whether
Some
you're
people are
cool,
like that.
whether like you're like cool on the internet or not, like that shit doesn't matter to me. Like, if I meet you in person and we cool and we can reason,
that's all that matters.
you can have 126 followers on Instagram. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, I could care. Bro, I could care.
That shit's fake anyways. Like, who cares? And like, I was saying to my homegirl last night, like, the thing that boggles my mind is the IG honey will have the 15K followers and your butt ass naked and your most popular pic has 1,700 likes. My dear, that's like 12% of your following. Like, you know what I mean? 11%, just over 10%. So it's like,
really
yeah,
low.
it's really low. And it's like, and then you're not monetizing off of it either because you're not an influencer. You're not sponsored by a brand. So what is you doing? You're paying for your own photo shoots. You're a child. Any gal who doesn't have a product, right, and it wasn't your birthday, and you paid for a photo shoot, you're a clown. You're a clown.
Just
bro.
know.
You're a clown. You're a clown. You're a clown.
Just know.
That's a joke. One time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
Ask me to know how. 876.
Huh?
876. Yeah. If I answer the phone, they might not want to chat back to you.
Why?
Because I mean.
Yeah.
The man said, yeah. Okay. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I don't even remember what we was talking about now because that was really funny.
Paying for your own photo shoots if you're.
That's
you don't
like
have
a clapping move, dog.
Yo, I feel like it's a goofy waste. But you know what?
Listen, I'm not mad at anybody that wants to look good. You feel sexy and you want to take some sexy picture.
Yeah, I'm not even mad if you like.
But like, yo, put that shit in a photo album, my G. That's not for the gram, my nigga. You know what I mean? That's for you to reflect on and be like,
it's not for the gram if you're not doing anything with it.
Social media has never been
a hunting ground for you.
Yeah, like it's happened but I never ever.
Yeah, I don't really look at it like
that. Like
some guys, a lot of people do though. I say the majority of the population.
And I'm cool with that. Well, like think about it. Like, all right, we're on Twitter, right? And you're interacting with these people. Some of them you never met a day in your life, but you've been following them for over 3 years, and y'all interact, y'all talk, whatever. Like you know these people, y'all just never met in real life.
Yeah, but you somewhat know them.
So yeah, it's like it's not abnormal to me that people can develop relationships, bonds, over social media. But I just wouldn't be one of the ones going on social media specifically like, yo, that thing is sweet. Let me slide in the DMs quick. Like, nah.
I do that.
Like, and we said this in episode 1. Like, there's telltale signs. There's telltale signs. Yeah. But
when
if I'm
to
not
shoot
getting
your shot. Yeah.
Exactly. But if I'm not getting the vibe, and if I'm not like
Like, no.
It's funny how you online even you can get a vibe. Energy is transferable.
I almost think that it's easier to catch a vibe, like via text, like or DMs
You
than
know
in
what it
person.
is?
Because in person, sometimes y'all don't want to be too bold. But you catch her, and this is true for when your girl's mad. You catch her and she's pissed on the text. You're seeing a whole different type of gangster that you never seen.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you pull up in person,
Yeah, yeah.
they don't have no mouth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so funny. Like they don't want to.
Hey man.
I hate that shit.
Hey, man.
Everything's your fault, and you gotta fix. And if you don't fix it,
It's gonna be a bigger issue.
it's gonna be a bigger issue. Cause then, I let the issue. Sometimes I let it blow up. Cause I'm naturally a troll. Like I will naturally. I actually naturally like lead women on. Like I love to naturally like make them think I'm interested in them just to see how they act. Cause I like to study human behavior.
Like, how would I put it?
I would lead them on to believe that they're good. Cause usually they're used to a lot of guys hitting on them. But you know, I kind of put them in the friend zone. I friend zone them before they friend zone me.
You're a different kind of troll.
Fuck. See, a lot of girls don't understand why some dudes leave them in the doghouse when they're like been fucking with a man for a minute and they're not getting in a relationship and they're delegated to once a week.
Yo, but a lot of what that is it's what you allow. I really didn't want to drop that gem, but like it's the truth.
That's
like,
not all there is to it. I'm talking about willing participants. You know what I mean? A man's gonna do what you allow, but you still have to bring something good. It's not always the guy who's treating the girls bad. Sometimes girls.
oh, come on, that's common sense.
No, I'm just saying.
But I think
just bullshit.
But when it comes to like relationship bullshit, I think men endure way more and stay way longer than the women do. I'm not talking about like, the cheating or the beating away. I'm just talking about like the verbal abuse, the emotional. I think it can get bad on both sides.
They don't see our problems.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think a lot of the times men stay way longer in those situations than a woman would. Right?
We also have a sense of duty. We have a sense of like that we should be loyal. I know it sounds crazy, right? And on that subject, even though we fuck another bitch, doesn't mean we're not loyal to our girl. We just fucking her.
Like, only some people will understand that. And you know what? And it just brings me to this point, and I'm pretty sure...
You still love your girl.
I'm pretty sure I've said this once or twice. Well, you know what? Actually, in the times where I've cheated for my own selfish reasons, and I had a girl, and I slapped the thing on the side, first of all, every single time I felt bad. Like, after, I felt bad.
You immediately feel bad.
And it doesn't matter how nice it was, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
And then you love your girl more now. You love
way
your girl more.
Yo,
you do way more stuff.
Like,
yo, babe.
Why?
Yeah.
I should have never. Like, yo, you're perfect. You're
actually,
everything.
If your man just ever come home out the blue, and he's mad, loving, and caring, just know he just fucked a bitch.
Smell his dick. He just came from somewhere. For sure.
Unless
like that fucking gif. For sure. And the man's in the bear costume. Big facts.
But we don't act like that unless something inspires us to act that way. Like, you would have had to do something amazing for us.
Yeah.
Or we fucked another bitch and realized how much we appreciate.
Even in those situations where a man steps out, like, I think women and men step up for different reasons.
I think they step out for the same reason.
Sometimes.
Sex.
Sometimes. And you know what? That just brings me to another thought.
It depends, bro.
It brings me to a thought. Like, why can't people just be honest? Hold up. Let me ask you a question.
Most of the time, it's sexual for both sides, bro.
So, would it be possible for you to tell your partner that you wanted to be physical with someone else outside the relationship? And if you could, right? Like, after asking if you got permission, for lack of a better term, would you still do it? Or would it just be, over now?
The novelty is gone from it. You know what? I find that when you allow women freedom to choose, like, you're like, you know, it's whatever. I'm not holding you here. I do want to be monogamous with you, but if you ever want to be, like, you get an urge, just tell me and I'll understand. If you break that down to them like that,
they never believe. I've said that before, and they don't believe it. They're just like, oh yeah, you're bullshitting, or you're gonna go do your own thing. And I'm like, well, no, like, this is the reality of life. Like, buddy, you could go to Shoppers Drug Mart tomorrow
and bump into some dick
nigga, and your pussy start jumping. You don't even know why, and then for the next week you're coming home to me and you're all flustered because you never said hello when you know what I mean. Like,
and she's mad at you now because you're not that guy.
I would just so much rather you like explore that, because guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go and have a drink with this person, have dinner, and you're probably gonna realize, yeah, this ain't it. And at least that way,
Facts, because I'm the man.
and now
I'm doing it.
now it's nipped in the bud. You don't have those feelings anymore. Everything at home is a-okay. But if we don't have that conversation initially, it could just
Now you
open a
sneaking.
can of worms and be something so much different.
Yeah.
So
Now
like,
you sneaking, now you're lying, now.
you know what I mean?
now I can't
All
trust
kind of
you.
thing. Yeah, you're
Right?
texting a man on the low,
Yeah.
and you could have just easily said like, "Yo, I made a friend," and boom, boom. You know what I mean? That's the end of it. Cool. People like, what the hell, like. And that's the thing. It doesn't take away, and for me in that type of situation, I don't think it would take away from the love that my partner has for me. Because I'm mature enough to understand that's a completely different situation. That has nothing to do with us. You're not coming to me saying, I want to be with this person. You're just like, yo, I fancy them, he fancies me. I want to see what could develop there. Again, and if you're in a, and you have to be obviously very secure. You can't be an insecure person and be okay with this. But I'm a secure man. And in my mind, if I've been with this person for a considerable amount of time, I'm going to be thinking to myself, what is really the odds
That
of
he's
you
gonna.
sweep you off your feet?
Yo.
And every man knows their girl. Most women are not on the first night. So I already know he's not going to get the box. So I have the D over him because you haven't slept with him yet. You're comfortable with me. It takes a considerable amount for a woman to be comfortable with a new partner. So I know that's not going to happen off the rip. I'm not worried about that. You guys are just feeling each other out. Who knows? Men always end up with their foot in their mouth. So he just has to say one wrong thing, and it's game
dry.
over. Exactly. And you're going to be texting me like, boy, send that Uber for me right now. Let me
You,
choke on
you
your...
know what? But yo, you can't do the monogamy thing. Stop acting like you know it's a societal pressure because they
That
want to
was
get
my
married.
issue for a long time. Okay, well, I still eventually would like to be married.
But people want to be monogamous for society.
Exactly, right? and I
think
had
that's
to
the change.
I had to learn that like that will probably never be for me.
Most people on Earth, I think. Okay, let's just say it's 50-50. So there's a 1 in 2 chance you're dating someone who's polygamous, but they will front and force themselves to be monogamous.
I did that for so long, and it wasn't that I wasn't happy in monogamous relationships. These were amazing
But you just
women,
would like to have
more
multiple
you know
monogamous.
what I mean? And it wasn't. I just wanted more out of the relationship, and for a lot of the time, I within myself didn't completely understand what I wanted, and that's what sometimes led me to cheat. That's what sometimes led me to pull back when I felt things were going too well and like sabotaging myself. And it was
Gemini gang gonna do that off rip.
and it was a conversation that I had with my brethren, and my brethren Turtle was just like, yo, why do you keep getting monogamous relationships when that's not what you want? And then I was like, wow, I had to ask myself, like, what is it?
Society, bro.
A part of it is society.
Upbringing.
A part of it was selfishness, because I'm like, yo, this person is so amazing.
I want to keep them.
Exactly. How could
keep
I possibly share, right?
Yeah. It's true. That's another part.
Another part of it was to like, I had to build my own foundation for me to stand on and stand in my own truth before I could look somebody in their face and be like, yo, that's not really for me, but this is who I am, this is what I'm coming to the table with. If you can fuck with that, then let's rock. If you can't, no love lost, no harm was done.
Facts. It's so simple that way.
Cool.
Life is
It's like ownership over your partner.
That comes from insecurity, bro.
I don't fuck with that. Like, that's one thing
People
I
gotta do
don't mess with. Like, if you want to turn me off, like, that's the fastest way. Like, try to claim me like I'm your fucking, like,
you're
no,
my
like, I'm
puppy.
choosing to be here. Like, I want to be here. I'm not here because of whatever you promised me or can do for me or do for me. I'm here because I want to be here.
Yeah,
and
because
they never decide to me, yes, I'm in the one there. I'm out. I'm gone.
Nigga, if you see a shorty with you, you gotta think.
Yeah, and don't take that for granted.
Yeah, because she's there because she wants to be there. Because don't get it twisted. She has niggas trying to give her the same exact thing you're giving her. You know what I mean? Like,
and if we're gonna keep it a buck, a handful of them out of that group that are clawing at her will probably provide and could probably provide
more
more of
financial stable
a, you know what I
environment.
mean, a different kind of experience than what you could provide, and she's still rocking with you, and she
She's
knows what their pocket is like.
exactly. So know yourself. You guys who are out here bummy and cheating on these girls who are, you know what I mean?
Riding with you? Yeah, you're wilding.
I had to learn that lesson. I used to be that. When
That's
I think
so
about
funny.
it, when I think about it, I've done some evil shit to women that I really was like, yo, that must have been emotionally traumatizing.
I was only that bad like once or twice, and both times, I ended up, how would I put this? Like going through it, I thought I was gonna come out unscathed, but both times it definitely took an emotional and mental toll on me. So that's when I had to like learn my lesson, and also like I don't know. Turtle says that I'm really humble about how I go about certain things with women, and I don't think it's so much humble as it is just respect. But there's just certain things that have happened to me that rubbed me the wrong way, that crossed me, and I just kind of now at this point I'm like, yo, I wouldn't want to make someone else feel like that, so I just move accordingly. You know what I mean? And like Wilson been saying, like I don't think it's that hard to navigate this, for lack of a better term, game or system.
First, they need to reteach love. They need to reteach it in the sense that, yo, stop doing this goofy ass shit of trying to find people. Go build yourself.
Uh,
Like sometimes things start taking off, and like people are not even ready for where it's going. So
okay.
like,
yeah, I'm following you.
so like
They're
dating,
just there for the ride, and then they get
Exactly.
there, and then it's like, wait, I didn't expect.
So stop dating, motherfucker.
Yeah. Or just say like, I'm not ready for that transition.
Yeah, let it know. Yeah, I mean, so at some points in my life, I was just going with the flow. Like I was down for whatever. Some points in my life, I was like, nah, fuck a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And some points in my life, I was like, I'm doing me. I ain't really dating.
Yeah, I'm just in limbo right now because I'm just doing me, but like.
If something comes
But
up,
like as you see, like yeah, exactly. Like as you seen last week when we went out and Kill Bill tried to chop me, like it's it's so like it's like
yo, she had pretty eyes though.
it's such a crazy game, and like I just don't want to get caught up or distracted because I feel like I'm really making progress in life. And not to say a woman would hinder that. 9 times out of 10, they multiply whatever.
If it's the right one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, if you have ambition, you have a little change in your pocket, and you have some sense, and then you got a good girl on your side too, she'll take that 250 and make it 750.
Facts.
And then make
We
that
love-
750
listen.
15. Like, so.
Listen, those are the gems of the female population.
You know what I mean? But
You know what I
at the
mean?
same, like,
The
I
ones
don't
that
know if
could-
I'm even. I don't even know if I'm open to like entertaining that. Like, there's a girl that I like, but I know that we're both not in a place to entertain nothing substantial. So
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most people are not relationship materials. Most people are not monogamy material. If that makes any sense. It's not like to speak down on you. It's like
But it's not
some
for
people.
everybody.
Yeah, some people's personality is like, take someone who's selfish. They're just naturally just a selfish dickhead. And just think about why is that person married? They could just.
yeah, but if they have 2 or 3 partners, then each person can put in a little bit, and then
Little something that they want.
Well, exactly.
Then
and
they're not getting pissed off at one guy who can't give them, because they're a selfish fuck and they can't think about anybody but themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So why the fuck is that person married?
Mm-hmm. Or looking to be with
Just
a monogamous person. Yeah. With
Why are you
somebody
trying
else.
to find everything you want in one person when you're a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Why do you want that for yourself? It's so funny because like people will go on and on about qualities they're looking for in one partner when they're full of shit. And like why would you want what you're not even capable of giving? Like how about you go become a better person first, and then maybe you can bargain. You know, come to the bargaining table. Why are you gonna stress out one person's life and be a demon in one person's life because they can't live up to all the bullshit you want when you're not even giving? How's somebody gonna give you what you want when you don't even inspire them to give you what you want? You know what I mean? How the fuck? How the fuck am I gonna
That
give you what you want, bro?
is some shit right there, boy.
How the fuck? You ever thought about that? It's like, yo, these shorties are looking for a romantic prince who's rich and, well, we're just going by general stereotypes that
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
fed. Well, obviously, not every woman is looking for the same thing, but in general, like,
Financially stable and secure, good looking, good dick, emotionally stable and good well being,
can put up with their bullshit when it comes
intellectual,
around.
funny, loyal. Yo, listen.
Everything.
If you want all these tiers at 10 out of 10,
What
then
the hell are
you
you?
have to be, not even just what are you bringing to the table, but you have to recognize, okay, obviously no one's perfect. So if you get a man that is completely loyal, he might not be making the most money in the world.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like somewhere, like another avenue is gonna have to take a hit.
But
So
if you're a selfish bitch, you're not gonna care about that. You're gonna be like you're gonna dog that man and tear him down emotionally and spiritually every time he comes home because he doesn't make enough. Because you're a selfish bitch. You can't appreciate the 80 he's bringing to the table because he's lacking the 20.
again with the
You shouldn't be in a relationship. You should be fucking multiple niggas.
Listen,
You shouldn't be with one man. You should be with
yeah,
three
and
men.
then run them
One with a good dick, one with like
the money.
good dick and some
Yep.
money, and then one with a lot of money who's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of money. Do that. Go be. We not gonna be mad. Stop getting in relationships with people with good hearts and then fucking them up, cause you're a piece of shit.
That's why I've been single. Listen, after my most recent ex and I broke up, and I seen her with a nigga that we know a week later, that's when I knew that this world is not real. It's not real. Because then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, and this is, and I had to stop thinking about it, and this is, and to anybody that knows me, and this is the part of the reason why Turtle said what he said the other day about me being humble, because I could have easily ranted about it. I could have easily spoke about it. This is like my first time publicly ever speaking about it. I never spoke about it because it would have drove me insane if I dwelled on it. Like, we break up, and a week later, I see you with a nigga that we know. And when we were together, every time we see this nigga, it's always like hugs and kisses when he sees you and kiki when he sees you. But again, I'm such a confident man. It could be fucking anybody, bro. I know my partner's loyal, so even if that man's hailing you up high, hugs and kisses, whatever, I'm not even looking back. I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna see you at the box. You're with this nigga. And it just made me think, like, okay, so was what we had real?
Yeah.
Or what? Like, were you just killing time?
What kind of
or like?
You have to realize.
I don't know
what kind of snake fuckery was going on behind your back.
But you know what? I asked her, and I believe her. I don't think that there was a predisposition while we were together, because that guy is not. He's not that type of guy, and I don't think he. Even if he did have the lyrics to pull that off, man to man, I don't think he had the balls to pull it off. He's the type of man that hunts wounded. I want the strongest, fastest gazelle.
Whoa.
I don't want the one that, you know what I mean,
scratch.
is weakened and at the back of the herd. I don't want that one. I want the one that leads the herd, and I'm gonna take it down. I'm just saying, dog. That's how I do my thing. Some men do their thing different. I don't hunt for the wounded ones. I want them when they bounce back, they're healed up, strong, and that's when I'm gonna go for my kill.
That was very elegant, bro.
Y'all niggas can hunt at the back of the pack. That's not where I hunt. I hunt at the front. I like the leaders. So
we gotta fight if you ever call me a wounded hunter.
So yo, I'm just saying, like, yo, and you know what too?
Fight.
It's not always about girls that are just coming out of relationships. Like, some men like when there's chaos within a friend group, because what a lot of men will do, our masculine energy will first of all tone it the fuck down. So usually, if there's two friends fighting, say for example, there's a group of three and two out of the three are fighting, I know if I'm cool with either one of these women, matter of fact, it's better if I'm cool with the girl that's not involved in the fighting. Because if I'm cool with her, I could be like, yo, what's the situation? What's going on between, Karen and Shelly? And she's like, yo, they've been going at each other, da 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 da. And now I come in trying to play mediator. And I'm like, ladies, what's the issue? Oh, well, she disrespect me and blah, 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 blah. If I can sort that situation out, one of these two women, or if not both, at this point are vulnerable.
emotionally and mentally.
Right, right. They're now they're gonna
They're not
want,
exactly. They're
yeah.
not thinking completely straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Emotions are on 10,
Yeah,
and here I come to save the day.
yeah.
I'm making everybody friends again,
Yeah,
and that's when I just happen to lean on one of them more than the other. Like, yo,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why don't me and
You know, it's dirty macking. It's dirty
further
macking.
this conversation? That's also hunting wounded.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my whole point is, there's many different ways that it's disguised, and for a lot of women
Oh.
that think that, you know,
We
this
gotta
guy
talk.
is.
What about that one that's like, oh, you're the male friend. That one is
What
is,
do you
is
mean?
more common.
I'm
The one that she runs to tell the relationship problems to. That one is more common.
See, I don't have the patience or the time.
I don't want to hear
And
about it.
I was about to say, I don't like to be
Mix up
in those
people's
gossip
things.
types of combos. Like, if you have a problem with your man,
Go deal with that.
talk to your homegirl about it. Like, if you're coming to me like, what is he thinking, or how should I approach this? That's different than, yo, we've been going through it, and I'm done with him, and da da da. Because I know you're going back tomorrow. Stop it.